The Airbus A380 is one of the most iconic and recognizable aircraft in modern aviation history. But what is the A380neo, and why was it developed? The A380neo is a proposed upgrade to the original A380, designed to improve efficiency and reduce operating costs. The A380neo is not a completely new aircraft, but rather a modified version of the existing A380. The development of the A380neo was driven by a desire to address some of the challenges faced by the original A380, including declining demand and rising fuel costs. Unfortunately, the future for the A380neo does not look good. Let's find out why. Developing the A380neo was a big project for Airbus. They put in a lot of time and effort to make it happen. The goal was to improve the A380 by adding new technologies, modern flight controls, better materials, and making it more efficient and reliable. They wanted to keep the A380's size and the ability to carry lots of passengers while making it cheaper to run. However, despite all the work put into it, the A380neo faced many problems and got canceled. The airplane had some good things going for it, like using less fuel and costing less to operate. But it also had drawbacks. It cost a lot to develop, and it wasn't a completely new plane. Plus, fewer airlines wanted big planes like the A380neo, and other airplane makers were getting more competitive. So, Airbus decided to stop the A380neo project because it didn't make sense to keep investing in it. Airbus's decision surprised many people who love aviation and experts in the field. The A380neo was supposed to be an improved version of the Airbus's flagship plane, the A380, with better fuel efficiency and lower costs. But a bunch of factors, like changes in the aviation market and advances in plane design, led to the decision. This decision is a big deal for Airbus because they spent a lot of money on the A380neo. They'll have to write off a big part of that investment, and it'll also affect jobs and the way the company is organized. But despite these challenges, Airbus is already focusing on making new plane models, like the Zero-E program, which aims to create the first commercial airplane that doesn't produce emissions. The impact of Airbus stopping the A380neo goes beyond just the company. The A380 used to be a big deal in aviation because it was huge and changed how people fly. But with newer, more fuel-efficient, and cheaper planes like the Boeing 787 and Airbus's A350, the A380 isn't in as much demand. So, the A380neo marks the end of a big era in aviation history. It shows how important it is for the aviation industry to keep coming up with new ideas and adapting to changes. Airbus's surprising decision to stop the A380neo program has raised questions in the aviation world. People wonder why a plane with so much potential didn't do well. One big reason is the tough competition from other airplane makers. Boeing, for example, has its 747-8 and 777X planes, and they're working on a new one called the 797. These planes gave the A380neo a run for its money. Also, companies like Embraer and Bombardier came up with smaller planes that use less fuel, and airlines and passengers really liked them. All this competition made it really hard for the A380neo to find a place in the market. Another problem for the A380neo was how people's travel habits changed. More and more people started using low-cost airlines, and they flew directly to where they wanted to go instead of going through big hubs. The A380neo was made for a different way of flying, where people would connect through major airports. But that's not what people wanted anymore, so the A380neo had trouble finding customers. Also, technology has moved on in the aviation world. Airbus is planning to make a plane that doesn't produce any emissions by 2035, and the whole industry is getting into eco-friendly flying. The A380neo, being so big and using a lot of fuel, doesn't fit with this new direction. New materials and technology have also made it possible for smaller planes to be just as efficient and fly as far as the A380neo. This made the A380neo less appealing to airlines and passengers. There are some of the reasons why the A380neo didn't do well. Tough competition, changing travel trends, and a shift towards eco-friendly flying all played a part in this decision. It's a reminder of how quickly things can change in the aviation world, and how important it is for companies to keep up with the times. If you also feel like going on vacation, fly over to the like and subscribe button and we will land right back in the video. The future of the A380neo has been a subject of much discussion since Airbus decided to stop making it in 2019. Now that they're not making more A380neos, people are wondering what will happen to the ones that already exist. Airbus has thought about different options for these planes, like turning them into cargo planes, or using them for military purposes. While we don't have a clear answer yet, there's a chance they might be used for something else. One possibility is using the A380neo for carrying cargo. Even though it was originally made for passengers, the demand for moving cargo has been growing fast lately. The A380neo's big size and how much it can carry make it a good choice for this, and some airlines are thinking about it. But there are challenges, like needing special stuff at airports, and limits the way the plane is designed. Still, using the A380neo for cargo is something people are looking into. Another thing people are curious about is how this will affect Airbus in the long run. Since they're not making A380neos anymore, Airbus is focusing on other planes like the A320neo family and making a new plane that could come out in the 2030s. So, what happens to the A380neo might have some impact on what Airbus does in the future. It's all part of how the aviation industry keeps changing and trying new things. Airbus's decision to stop making the A380neo plane offers valuable lessons for the aviation industry. These lessons touch on market research, technological progress, and adaptability in product development. The A380neo's fate underscores the significance of market research and understanding consumer demand when creating new products. Initially, Airbus designed the A380neo with the idea of offering it to their existing customers, believing there would be a growing demand for such large aircraft in Asia over the next 2 decades. However, the A380neo didn't attract the level of demand Airbus had expected, which ultimately led to its discontinuation. This highlights how crucial it is for companies to conduct thorough market research to identify and respond to consumers' needs and preferences. Neglecting market demand can have serious consequences, as seen in the case of the A380neo. The A380neo's story emphasizes the importance of technological advancements in the aviation industry. Airbus is known for being innovative and has planned to incorporate the latest technological development into the A380neo to enhance efficiency and reduce emissions. However, achieving the aviation industry's goal of achieving net zero emissions is not feasible with existing aircraft technologies. This underscores the necessity for ongoing investment in research and development to drive innovation and create more sustainable aviation solutions. While the A380neo didn't meet these sustainability objectives, it serves as a reminder of the need to push the boundaries of technology in aviation. The A380neo's discontinuation highlights the need for flexibility and adaptability in product development. The aviation industry is constantly evolving, and companies must be agile in responding to shifting market conditions and consumer demands. The A380neo was initially designed to cater to the expected demand for large-capacity aircraft, but changes in the market and the emergence of more fuel-efficient alternatives made it less appealing to airlines. In conclusion, the discontinuation of the A380neo has provided valuable lessons for the aviation industry. These lessons revolve around the significance of market research, the role of technological advancements, and the need for adaptability in product development. By incorporating these lessons into their strategies, aviation companies can better position themselves to thrive in this dynamic and ever-changing industry. Airbus's decision to discontinue the A380neo has had significant financial implications for the company and has sent ripples throughout the aviation industry. Despite its initial promise, the A380neo fell short due to competition from other aircraft manufacturers, changes in consumer demand, and advancements in aviation technology. However, there may still be potential for repurposing the aircraft, such as in the cargo transport market. Ultimately, the A380neo serves as a reminder of the importance of market research, the role of technology, and the need for adaptability in product development. As the aviation industry continues to evolve, these lessons will be crucial for companies like Airbus to remain competitive and successful. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Sky Zone.